be talking about concrete pond, plastic pond, tarpaulin pond, and earthen pond. Earthen pond is a natural pond, okay, like the one we have here now. This is an example of an earthen pond. An earthen pond, what it means by an earthen pond is that you dig directly into the earth, okay, and then you construct your pond. Then we have water coming from maybe a stream source. It could be borehole, whatever the source of water is. So this is an example of a earthen pond that we have here. But the other type of pond we have the concrete pond, tarpaulin pond, and then the plastic pond. All these are grouped as should we say artificial pond. Now these classes of pond, that's the earthen, the plastic, tarpaulin, and concrete pond, they are ponds of convenience, okay, because they are the ones that we can just do at the back of our house, and then we stock our fishes and then we feed them. But when you talk of earthen pond, most people cannot have access to a big pond like this at the back of their house, so usually they go out to places that are closer to streams and maybe rivers, and then they dig the pond. And then, but what advantages do we have when we use earthen pond compared to using tarpaulin, plastic, or the concrete pond? Now, in terms of a natural habitat for catfishes, an earthen pond will supply a natural habitat. Now, what do we mean by a natural habitat? The fact that it's made of earth, there are some organisms, because the catfish itself, from the word catfish, is a carnivorous type of fish, okay, meaning that it can feed on other classes of animals, even apart from the feed that is being given to them. So there are some insects on water, worms, planktons. All of these organisms, as they move on the water, they are a good source of feed for the catfish. So if you have an earthen pond, you can be sure that apart from the feed that you are giving to your catfish, you can be sure that they also have access to a natural environment where they can get feed personally and enjoy their life, and also grow as a good source of additional protein compared to what you are feeding them. And when you talk of a concrete pond or a tarpaulin or a plastic pond, these things are not found there, because it's an enclosed area, usually in a place where they don't have access to a natural environment. And even in some cases, the fact that in an earthen pond, the fertilization is high, you can have access to a very good water quality, such that the surface of the water, you see that, like I've always advocated, when the surface of the water is slightly greenish, the slight greenness on the surface of the water shows that the water is in good condition, and then is good for catfish growth. So, but you can't get that in a plastic pond or in a concrete pond. The surface of the water is almost always going to be a color that is not suitable for the fish, because they don't have a natural environment. So in terms of the growth rate of fishes, you can expect to have a faster growth rate of catfishes in an earthen pond than you acquire when you use a concrete pond or a tarpaulin pond or a plastic pond. So it's much better when you go for an earthen pond than going for a plastic, concrete, or tarpaulin pond. But based on convenience, if you are someone that you are comfortable having it at the back of your house, then I will advise that you go for a concrete pond. But nevertheless, the earthen pond is much better when it comes to supporting the growth and development of catfish. Thank you for listening.